What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fans, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building with another video. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right into it, man. I got some special guests with me from the Locker Room Rant. If you don't know what the Locker Room Rant is, you've been sleeping under a fucking rock. It's three fellas that have known each other for a very long time. And these dudes just get together, talk about sports, talk about everything, talk shit. And it's probably one of the best podcasts you're ever going to listen to because it's fucking hilarious. You just got to take your time out to it, man. So to my Tony's over there. John's down there. I don't know if I left or right.
What's going on, everybody?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Dion, thanks for having us on, buddy. This is always a pleasure getting with you, man. We love talking sports with you. I follow your teams. I'm sitting there watching, like, I'm seeing the scores every night. I'm laying in bed watching the scores. I'm like, ooh, Chicago Bulls lost. Dion's gonna be pissed. Like, I constantly got you on my mind when I'm watching that ticker, buddy.
I appreciate that, man. I really do, man. And it's crazy because, you know, we've all become supporters of each team. I literally only watched the Browns just to see if Deshaun Watson is going to start knocking the rust off and looking like an actual quarterback again. I watched the Bills because they're fucking entertaining, and I love your quarterback. And, you know what I'm saying? It keeps me in tune, man. I got a real good buddy out here at AZ with me. I literally keep abreast to what's going on with the Bears. Because he's a Bears fan and whatnot, and he's a little upset because, you know, he didn't make the playoffs, but I told him his Bears sucked ass, and he didn't believe me. He thought Justin Fields was God, and he was just going to come down and wreck shop on the whole fucking league, and I was like, yeah, probably not. So, no. It is what it is, but, I mean, let's get started, man. The playoffs are here, and everybody here is in the playoffs. Because we got two 49ers fans and we got a Bills fan. And we're going to start off with the Bills versus the Dolphins. Now, this had the makings to be fantastic. And now it's all fucked. And the reason is Tua Tagovailoa, man. God damn, he's softer than a fucking carton of eggs. You know. And what I don't want people to take that out of context. Okay? It's, you know, this is all. We're here. We're on a podcast. We're just having fun talking shit. It's nothing against the guy. Like, personally, I know we live in a sensitive-ass world where people act like little bitches and cry all the fucking time. And you offend them, and they start defending other motherfuckers. I don't have time for that shit. At the end of the day, Tua's soft as a carton of fucking eggs. He's soft as cotton. Like, this motherfucker barely touches the ground and oh, shit. Like, at some point, you got to start thinking about life outside of football, man. Because if you keep getting sacked and getting tackled like a regular motherfucker, but the minute your head hits the ground, there's one of two things. Your helmet is shitty, or you, unfortunately, are not built for fucking football, bro. Because you see Nick Bosa wears that fucking weird big-ass helmet, and you don't hear him complain about concussions and shit like that. There you go.
Yeah, Kittle wears that slow kid helmet.
That's what Tua wears on the field, obviously, because he keeps getting himself fucked up. I have one of those too. But what's going on, Cook Sports? What's going on? Mom's in the chat. What's going on, Mom? What's up, Melissa? What's up, Throwback? Hey, so Tony, with Tua out, it's all but a guaranteed victory, literally, because when Tua doesn't play, they don't fucking win. And the fact that they've got to go to Skylar fucking Thompson. So they're not going to Brock Purdy this. This is not going to happen twice in a season where you get a young rook that's just going to start taking you everywhere. Skylar Thompson barely fucking finished the game that he first played in. You know what I'm saying? And I only mean that as in he barely scored any fucking points. So, Tony, help us understand how the Bills are going to annihilate the fucking Dolphins, because Jaden Waddle and Tyreek Hill are all but irrelevant if Tua ain't throwing the ball.
Yeah, just so you know, if you see me looking up here, I'm not doing any Stevie Wonder shit. I got the Lakers. I got LeBron versus Luka up on the TV up here. So I'm gonna be doing.
Luka kicks his ass.
Uh,
I hope Luka kicks his ass. I need LeBron to retire and buy an NBA franchise already.
in Vegas, right?
Hey, look, that really quick sidebar, that right there is going to be the only way he will own the team if he creates one.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. That's the world we live in, people. And if you don't believe what's going on, Brandon, Brandon, look, man, don't do that to me, bro. We on tomorrow night. God damn it, don't be mad. Brandon's like, I see how it is because I didn't tell you to come over. It's not like that. It's a situation where if I got guests from a different thing, you know how it works. Brandon just give me shit. He knows all love. But yeah, talk to me.
So everyone, the whole world, everyone on every sports channel I listen to, ESPN, is saying this is a done deal. Already moving on, the Buffalo Bills. I mean, this is still a division rival. This is still we split the series this year. I get it. They had Tua. They were at full strength week 2, I think. Week 3, whatever. I think it was week 3. Bottom line is, when you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle out there, and mix in their running backs that they got from you guys, Mostert and who's the other guy?
Wilson Jr.
Jeffrey Wilson Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, Gesicki, they still have amazing weapons on offense. I mean, if Tyreek Hill is on that field and Jalen Waddle is on that field, and they got the mastermind coach behind it, I'm not gonna not watch the fucking game, Dion. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna go to the mall and hang out. This is the playoffs and shit happens. Should we win by 30? Absolutely. This is the playoffs, and I'm uncomfortable at all times. At all times, especially with a quarterback that has not looked so good this year. Towards the end of the year, he has not looked like he started the year. He has flaws, and I think they've been highlighted over the last, 6-7 weeks. Now, I don't want to offend anybody when I say this, but the Damar Hamlin factor is going to be a real thing. This team, over probably the last, I'd say 6 to 7 weeks, has looked very stagnant. They've looked like a team that was just going through the motions, squeaking by, getting victories, piling up those victories in order to try to get that number 1 seed. And they were doing it. They were squeaking by, but they did not look like there was a fire under their asses. Now, I hate for the fire to come under these circumstances, but nonetheless, the fire was started when Damar Hamlin went down. I hate to say that, but it's almost like a jolt of energy that this fucking team needed. Are we allowed to swear on here, by the way?
Yeah. Oh no, man. My channel is free reign. We said whatever the fuck we want.
Talk like a trucker. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Yo, come on, man. I curse like a fucking sailor. Ask John. He knows.
Izzy, Crowder and Hyde just returned to practice, so they're not going to be playing this week. Probably won't be playing next week, I'm assuming. But if they get past what I think will be the Bengals next week, they'll probably play against the Kansas City Chiefs down there in Atlanta. They just said that the game would be in Atlanta. Why? I don't know. I
see that part really quick confuses me. You're going to play the AFC Championship game in an NFC arena? What the fuck? If I was doing this, you know what I would have done? I would have took the 2 points and brought them together and figured out how close it was for both teams, so it's less travel and it's easier and there's less stress. I would have said, okay, you're in Buffalo, New York, you're in Kansas City, Missouri, what's right in the fucking middle?
So they tried that. It's a crazy story if you read it. If you did that, they would land in Indianapolis, and they were going
Oh,
to
okay.
play
So
the game,
they'd be at Luke. What is Lucas Oil Field now?
whatever the hell it's called.
Whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
And I guess there is a girls volleyball tournament that was previously scheduled in that stadium, and they're not going to call off the volleyball tournament. The volleyball
Are
tournament
you
took
fucking
precedence
serious?
over the fucking AFC Championship game. So I don't know what the hell that would happen there, but
I am
they
so
missed the
sorry.
mark.
NFL, y'all got a lot of pull. Y'all could have told these motherfuckers to cancel that bullshit. I don't give a damn what anybody said. You could have looked at them and been like, "Look, okay." I'm say this very quietly because I don't need the wife to hear me. I enjoy a good volleyball game. Okay, hell, I watched the Olympics for the Brazilian volleyball team, and if you know why I watch, you know why I watch. So, I'm not complaining. There's a lot of cake out there, but I mean, you mean tell me the NFL couldn't kick a volleyball game to the side? What the fuck?
And the other thing is they're both outdoor teams and they're going to be playing in a dome. It just the whole thing was very uneasy for me, and I think it actually benefits the Buffalo that they're going to be playing in a dome because we don't run the fucking ball anyways. If anything, that would be the strong suit for the Chiefs. But I'm not putting the cart before the horse by all means, because if we do get past the Miami Dolphins, which I think we will. I think we would have to go on to play the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think we had a show the other night, and I picked the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to be the team that comes out of the AFC, and that's as a Bills fan. That team is filled with young studs, and they're confident studs. All those guys have tasted that success of last year. They made it to the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow has always tasted success from college, won the national championship, came into the league, took them to the Super Bowl last year. When you're young and dumb and naive to how the real NFL is, and you taste victory and success that early in your career, you're numb to how hard it is to get there. I feel like this is how I feel. And that's why you guys, if Brock Purdy is able to taste some success in these playoffs, he is going to be a fucking nightmare going forward for opposing teams. And I don't know what the hell you guys are going to do at that quarterback situation if he makes a run here for you guys. And I know you guys have probably, as 49ers fans, have probably talked about this ad nauseum, but as an outsider looking in, that's going to be a very huge story to follow on this offseason if he makes any type of run. Maybe if he even wins 1-2 games, I still think the chatter is going to be out there, and it's so sad for Trey that this is going to happen again to him. He just got the one monkey off his back.
And now he got to deal with this dude. Yeah.
He's got to be like, you know what? Get me the fuck out of here at this point. If I was him, I wouldn't be surprised if he said, get me the fuck out of here. I need a fresh start somewhere.
I can tell you this. Looking at it, just from being a fan, to me, it's this way. Say Purdy wins one game and loses the next. You could possibly have a quarterback competition, maybe. If this motherfucker wins the Super Bowl, Trey Lance gets his job goodbye. Because there is no option. You can't sit a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You really think that locker room finna go for that bullshit? Hell no. They would come in and look and be like, look, don't get us wrong. Coach, we love Trey. He's our teammate. Okay? But this motherfucker just won us a goddamn Super Bowl. You know how long it's been since we tasted the victory of a Super Bowl? It's been forever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that would be the case, man. I think, honestly, if he doesn't go very far in the playoffs or say he gets eliminated first round, Trey Lance has a higher shot at, keeping his job. But the one thing about it, though, is You have a transparent coach. We don't. Kyle lies all the fucking time. He will lie.
Yeah.
You will ask Kyle, hey, Kyle, what color is the shirt you're wearing? Now, the color of the shirt he's wearing is red. Well, I mean, we might not be alive tomorrow. I don't know what color it is. What the fuck are you talking about? You have on a red fucking shirt. It's red. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. What the fuck are you doing? Kyle is like that, bro. He says off the wall shit, and you can't get him to commit. Because I guarantee, I'm gonna tell you right now, even if Brock was to win the Super Bowl, they would come out and they would say, Kyle, is Brock your quarterback going forward? Well, I could get shot in the arm tomorrow, but who knows? What, bro? Answer the fucking question. Stop beating around the bush, man. God damn it! Like it frustrated me to no end when he would not commit to Trey Lance, and it took him so fucking long. And then when Jimmy came back, everybody was like, oh, Lance is on a short leash. No, Lance was never on a short leash. It was very clear, you're the backup. He's the starter. But it took him forever to do that. And that drove me absolutely insane. But
you know what? I'm cheering for that problem with you guys. I'm cheering for this kid to win a Super Bowl.
It's
for you guys
problem.
to have that fucking problem. I want to know, are you guys it's hard. It's hard in the NFL to beat a team 3 times. You guys found that out last year against the Rams, especially, it's got to be a division rival. Where is your panic meter for this week? Are you guys pretty chill? I feel like I've been watching a lot of shows. The 49ers fans have been flying high and pretty chill and relaxed about this coming weekend. Are you guys the same way?
I will say this really quick because I'm going to kick it down to John. I'm not panicking at all. It's the Seahawks. And they got to come to us. So I don't know. It feels different. It's harder when, when you're facing the Rams. They were a better team. They were a better team all around.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Kenneth Walker is nothing to joke around with. And to be honest with you, the 2 people that scare me are Woolen and Diggs. Woolen's been balling. That is a young, fresh fucking DB in the making. That guy's going to be a star. And Diggs, man, he right place, right time when he comes to his interception. So those are the only 2 guys that really bother me on their defense. Offensively, I pray to God that DK Metcalf lines up on nobody but Jimmy Ward and Mooney. I only want him to line up on those 2. I don't want him nowhere near Diamador Lenore. Nowhere. Stay away. Diamador, if you see him, move your ass to the other side of the field. Stay away. He did. That's so 6'4", 200 some odd human being that runs at 22 miles an hour consistently.
Do they have Ward shadow? Does Ward shadow him when they play?
So what I heard from D'Amico is there are some times where certain plays call for him to shadow and sometimes where they are not. Me personally, the system doesn't call for anybody to shadow shit because it's rare when I see him follow someone across the field. But, John, take it away, man.
Well, for starters, the Bills are going to the divisional. I do believe that. Second, I really do believe in the Bills, and Tony's superstitious, so he's not gonna put the malark, they say, on the Bills. But listen, as far as the quarterback situation in San Francisco, I was listening to all these podcasts regarding who's gonna do what. Dude, we are in prime position with the cheapest quarterback room in all of football, right? So when they drafted, when I was listening to Vicious show yesterday with Larry Krueger, when they drafted Trey Lance, they knew the kid was raw. They knew he was raw, period. So it was no shock that there was some struggling in the intermediate, in some of the intermediate passes with Trey. So I don't think that it's what Larry said that concerned me was, regardless of how far Purdy takes this team, that Trey Lance stays pat and he's patient, and he does not request a trade. When he said that immediately raised suspicion in my mind that Trey's camp may have already suggested some kind of, which I don't know how they could, because the kid broke his ankle. This was Trey's team from the start. Jimmy did what Jimmy was supposed to do as the backup. He breaks his foot. Then Purdy does what he's supposed to do as the backup, right? So at the end of the day, it's still Trey's team, right? Still Trey's team. Regardless, I'm concerned about Boye Mafe, Diggs, and Woolen. Those three players concern me. Geno has been hitting his mark all season long. Still his first playoff game. So, it's just as much his first playoff game as it is Purdy's, right? And yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, D. Like, the Rams were a far better team than the Seahawks all the way around on both sides of the ball, right? So is it tough to beat a team 3 times? Probably, right? It's going to be tough, but their run defense is still shit. So, and we got Mitchell back, we got Armstead, and we got Kinlaw. So we've bulked up the defensive front against their run, and we got Mitchell back on our side with CMC. This should be a very screen-oriented matchup. I believe that they're going to light us up with screens. We're going to light them up with screens, right? Because if you think you're going to take Kenneth Walker and just run him up the middle, it ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen. We didn't have Armstead last matchup. We didn't have Kinlaw last matchup. And we still held Kenneth Walker to what? How many yards do we hold him?
It's next to nothing. They didn't really have a lot going on.
Less than 70? Like, I'm not sweating. I agree. I agree that he's going to be a problem, but not to the extent that, he's been for other teams throughout the season. I believe that we can handle him.
And
that doesn't concern me.
This right here. So Brandon, just to answer you, because you were saying you just don't get how Purdy you go with Purdy next year and Trey loses his spot due to injury. Here's the issue. What Melissa just brought up right here, and shout out Cowboy Angel, I see you. And Eddie Glover too. So what the issue is that Nick Foles won a championship, but Nick Foles just did cleanup duty. Like, he literally went through the playoffs. And the bigger issue is they had already paid Carson Wentz. So you're not going to pay Carson Wentz and then turn around and pay Nick Foles. Because then you literally have sucked up 70, 80% of your cap space. You don't have nobody else. So in that instance, Nick Foles had to go. There was no choice. He was going to go somewhere and get paid. He just came off fucking Super Bowl. And, the situation with Purdy and Lance is Lance got injured. Very unfortunate. Typically, people don't lose their spot due to injury. Thing is, his was season ending. And then Purdy came in and won 6 fucking games. And now is heading to the playoffs. And is still here for 3 more years. Same as Trey Lance. Well, actually, no, Lance has what? He's still got time left. And we have a 5th-year option on Lance because we picked him in the first round. So the issue is, if Purdy does that well, it's hard to look away from that. So I don't want Lance to get screwed like that, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. Hell, we got
Brian Greasy. He's going to coach up Trey Lance, no different than he was doing with Jimmy, because Jimmy was improved under Greasy. Purdy was improved. Purdy is improved probably because of Greasy. There's a great deal of flowers to be given. Back up the fucking delivery truck to Greasy, because I believe he's changed his quarterback room for the better. And it's still Cowboys right. This is Purdy's team to listen. Let me give you just a tidbit of what I heard Kruger say as well. He said that this is still Jimmy Garoppolo's locker room. No matter what, This is still Jimmy G's locker room. When he interviewed guys in the locker room, they say the right things. They give their props to Trey Lance, to Brock Purdy, but at the end of the day, they still say they still have that's their guy. It's still Jimmy. We've said this, we know this. Jimmy is their guy. It's just it. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, but I admire their loyalty to a fault.
Yeah, and for me, I feel the same exact way. But so just really quick for the Bills game, for the injury reports, people that did not practice, Teron Armstead, that's not good. Bradley Chubb, that ain't good. Another O-lineman, Liam Eichenberg, that ain't good. Another O-lineman, Kendall Lamb, that's not good. Raheem Mostert, Brandon Shell, and then Tua with the concussion. I just named 3 offensive linemen, and I'm guaranteeing you those all are starters. Like, what do you expect Skylar Thompson to go out there and do? Pull a fucking rabbit out of his hat or out of his ass? Like, that's not going to happen, bro. Like, those dudes, you need your starting offensive, at a minimum, out of all 3 of those guys that I named, you need Teron Armstead because you need your blind side protected because the Bills' defense is stellar. It's not a game. You walk out there without that damn offensive line and you get that poor child killed. And I hope you got another backup because Teddy Bridgewater obviously can't go. It's going to be a fucking shit show, man, like for that offensive line. And then limited in practice, you got Teddy Bridgewater, Alec Ingold, the fullback, but they don't really use a fullback. Jalen Waddle was limited. Cedric Wilson Jr. and Jeff Wilson Jr. had a little bit of an illness. And then their linebacker, Jalen Phillips, limited. So those are the guys for the Dolphins. And I can tell you right now, missing Teddy Bridgewater, missing Jeff Wilson Jr., Raheem Mostert not practicing, that is horrible. And the only people who were at a full practice for them was Kadar Kohu, Greg Little, and Skylar Thompson. And he even had a little bit of an injury with his ankle. So he was a full practice, but he ain't got no choice but to do full practice because the fuck, who are they going to go with? And Mike McDaniel ain't suiting up playing fucking quarterback, I'll tell you that much. And then for Buffalo, Jordan Poyer and Jordan Phillips, so 2 Jordans, did not practice at all. What do you feel like the status is going to be on them, Tony?
I think they'll both play. Poyer for sure.
Okay.
They'll both be out there. I'm just, man, I get it. It should be a bloodbath, man. I get it. But you just I'm a nervous fucking wreck this time of year.
You never know.
It's those Chiefs fucked with me last year, man. They I got like PTSD from that shit. I got PTSD from that shit. Like they fucking had that game and so now it's like I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck what the injuries are, who's the starting quarterback. I want clocks on all zeros and us ahead. That's all I give a shit about. I'm going to be a nervous fucking wreck the entire playoffs. The entire playoffs. For as long as we're in it, I'm going to be a nervous fuck. And then when my team gets bounced, I'm going to be a nervous fucking wreck for you guys because that's my fucking NFC team. That's like this whole weird internet world that we are a part of now.
Yeah.
Like I got engulfed. Ask John. I'm starting to get 49ers shit for Christmas from my loved ones. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm sending John pictures of me with like 49ers hoodies and shit. I mean, it's like it's almost weird, this whole world that we got introduced to and we are a part of. You start to like follow these fucking teams because of the passion you see with the fans.
Oh, that's a fresh ass hoodie though. Fresh hoodie. I like it.
Oh no, is my camera frozen?
It is, but it's all right.
That's a weird look, like I'm taking a shit or something. That's a bad freeze right there.
Right? Like he's posing like this, like he's forcing it out. You're dropping that log. That motherfucker. That's gonna be that one that drops the blue.
Let me see if I can go.
You get a little backsplash on your ass.
Let me see if I can unfreeze.
Got to use some baby wipes and shit.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, but John, while he steps out and comes back in, I don't know, man. Like there are times where you feel like a team is going to get blown out and it goes the opposite direction. But I'm sorry, that was a laundry list of fucking injuries that I read for the damn Dolphins. Their whole fucking team might as well be injured. And then to top it all off, the worst shit. There he is. The worst shit about it is that the Bills had 2 fucking people, and they practiced. Your run game doesn't exist. We all understand that. Your run game is Josh Allen. Everybody knows that. Like we nobody fucking thinks anything otherwise, and it's more so by design. But I'm sorry. I know you're going to be a nervous wreck, but I'm telling you, I'm more of a nervous wreck because we're facing the Seahawks for the 3rd time, to an extent. I still think we come up with the W, maybe a little close, but I'm not worried about that. For your game, bro, I am literally laughing. I am tickled pink with the fact that the Dolphins are about to trot out there some bullshit and pray to God that Skylar fucking Thompson can outduel Josh Allen and the Bills defense. I almost feel bad for the Dolphins for having to deal with this. Like if I'm a Dolphins player, I'm scared. I'm not going to admit it. I'm not going to show it, but I'm fucking scared. You know why? I have to go out here and face one of the top defenses in the fucking league. And I got to know that this young rookie ain't no Brock Purdy. Like, I have to think about all these things. So I guarantee you, man, Mike McDaniels is already losing sleep, probably aging and shit. He going to look blacker than black by the time the game's over. That motherfucker's going to take a couple of shades because he's going to be frustrated, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose.
Oh, nothing else.
They're going to go out there and they're going to play free because they have nothing to lose. And that's what scares me. In Seattle is kind of in that same boat. People thought Seattle would not only finish last in their division, but would finish last in the NFL. Like we were they were
that's house money.
Stock. They're playing with house money, and that's what pisses me off during these games is because Dolphins fans and Seattle fans, they could sit back and just enjoy the game and just hope that their team wins. Wouldn't that be nice? Meanwhile, us on the flip side are fucking losing our shit. If I know John, he's a fucking lunatic. You're gonna have to send him to the fucking emergency room if they score 3 points. He's gonna fucking go loony.
Bro. Yeah, John be having a heart attack every game. I'm pretty sure his watch probably tells him to calm the fuck down. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine Siri? John, calm the fuck down. Your heart rate's high, dumbass. Stop.
You're not far off. You're not far off. That's a real thing.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, I really wish you could have, like, Siri or Google talk to you in the way you want to fucking talk to. I know for a small period of time, my Google was John Legend because it was an option. Ooh. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I would ask directions and John Legend would answer. And I'd be like, that's dope. And then they took it away. I was like, oh, you guys are assholes. I don't want to listen to this regular motherfucker. I don't even. This is automated. What's going on, Chris? So really quick, Izzy has a question. She says, Singletary or Cook, who has more run yards? I can answer that for you, Izzy. Josh Allen. The fuck? Singletary.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Cook has been featured over probably the last 5-6 weeks. So I'd go. I'm going to go Cook easy. Singletary has kind of been put on the back burner, and Cook's kind of been the featured back over there right now, which I enjoy seeing because obviously he's a rookie. Singletary's going to be asking for more money next year, so we'll kind of weed him out. Go with Cook, like Dion said. Josh Allen is the running back. Josh Allen is the offense. So no matter who you have back there, they're not going to get a ton of workload. But Cook has looked good. Cook has looked good catching the ball, and I think that's the route we're probably going to go. I just hate the fact that if you guys watched the Indianapolis Colts last week, which probably nobody did, my boy Zach Moss, that was on our team for the last 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, whatever it is, went absolutely berserk and has been looking like an unbelievable running back all of a sudden, leading the Colts. So that kind of pissed me off. But to answer your question, definitely Cook. He's going to be the feature.
Let me unmute myself. Really quick. So Izzy says Mike McDaniels is crumbling and is on the hot seat. Dude deserves it after the handling of Tua, all the BS press we had to put up with Miami weeks. So here's my thing. I don't believe that Mike McDaniels is on the hot seat. He just took these motherfuckers to the playoffs. And he did this with Tua in and out of the lineup. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think he would be on the hot seat. And if he is, what the fuck is wrong with this owner?
There was a report.
Had success.
There was a report. But I don't know how. I don't know the validity.
I don't trust that at all. I'm sorry. If I'm an owner and we were in purgatory and you pulled us out of that, rotating with my fucking eggshell quarterback, and we still made it to the playoffs. Fuck no, man, you ain't going nowhere. Stay your ass here. Let's figure this out. Like that, that's the issue. Like if you notice, coaches don't get enough time in today's league. Like it's
the investments, dude. It's because they're so over. They're invested in Tyreek Hill's making $30 million a year, guaranteed, or some stupid money. Like the compensation that they got from San Francisco, the trade that they made at the trade deadline, like they're so invested that like don't put the buggy before the horse and then take it out on McDaniel. How McDaniel handled the Tua situation, he's at the medical staff anyway, right? And if you're criticizing him or you're shitting on him because of his presser. The guy's already kind of weird anyway. So what do you expect? He's different. You know what I mean? They didn't hire him because he could talk. They hired him for what's inside of his head. They didn't hire him because he's not going to enamor you at the presser. He's not going to tell you what you want to hear. Hell, he ain't even going to form a sentence that you want to hear. He's goofy.
I can't stand Mike. They didn't. He's one of those people. I feel like he leads you into a rabbit hole. Like when he talks,
They're not counting on him to enamor you at the goddamn podium, because at the podium he's going to confuse the shit out. He talks in riddles, but the man is smart. I hired him from what's in here.
He is. He's so intelligent. But I swear, his press conferences, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Just say the word football for once. Like I don't even know what the hell you mean. So for me, I feel like this. The reason that I said that coaches get the shaft too early is because look at what happened with Lovie Smith. And what does that tell you? It's exactly what the fuck I said a long time ago, and people acted like I was wrong for this. And and even some Texas fans tried to talk shit to me on Twitter. I said Lovie Smith won't last until either the end of the year or after this year. He's gonna get fired. And Texas fans were like, nah, I'm like, no, they're not giving him any fucking time. They hired Lovie because their owner is a dumbass, and you need to hire somebody black to make yourself look good. That's what you did, period. I don't care what nobody says. You can't tell me
they're garbage, bro.
It's simple. It was for optics. It looked good.
He was hired to be fired.
Exactly. And I'll tell you right, I'll give you another example. Steve Wilkes. He got fucked in Arizona. You gave him 1 year and Josh Rosen and nothing? And he was just supposed to create a fucking winning team out of that? And then next year you fire him? And look what you just did. You gave Cliff Kingsbury a contract extension through 2027 and turned around and fired this motherfucker. Let me explain. Now, what does that do?
Look at Bieniemy, though. Bieniemy seems to be the guy that you check off your list. You got to interview him by rights.
So how many fucking interviews is this guy gonna fucking go to?
But
how many interviews is
he fucked up?
The validity of people saying he interviews like shit looks real because he seems to fail and never get a head coaching job. It's nothing against him. I wish he would get a job, but obviously everybody saying that he interviews horribly is telling the truth because nobody will hire him. It's either that or he's walking in there with certain demands they just aren't willing to meet. Me personally, if I go into an interview, say Tony's the owner of the Bills, I'm a head coaching candidate. One of the things that I'm going to genuinely ask for, if I'm walking in there and I'm going to be your new head coach, that means your team is ass. Your team is not good. You need new leadership. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that my contract be guaranteed for at least 3 years. Give me the time to build this team the right way. And if in 3 years I haven't cut the mustard, I can understand you fire me. But you fired me after 1 year? I didn't even have 5 minutes with these motherfuckers. I don't know everything. I still have to learn players throughout the course of the season. I have to be able to put them in position to win. I got to play to their strengths and not their weaknesses. I have to draw up a game plan. These coaches in the NFL don't sleep. They run on like fucking 17, 18-hour days. The studying, the preparation, all of that, game plans, everything. And you expect them in 1 year to fix sometimes what's been broken forever? Like, it's rare that happens. Extremely rare.
They're not all meant to be head coaches either.
No.
That's not taking anything from nobody either. Like, I know that sounds rude, but you know what? You may just be who you are. You may be a fucking excellent coordinator, and that's it. You may not have the wherewithal to be a head coach. Look at
you know what though?
It's fucking. He's going to go down as one of the greatest DCs
ever.
It's weird because they get a shot though. They get a shot.
Okay.
Who's the dickwad for the Raiders?
Oh, John Gruden?
No.
You're talking about
McDaniels. McDaniels has had 2 shots. Everyone under the Belichick tree has had shots.
Yeah, he
at least go
backed out of again.
He even backed out of again to go back to be the offensive coordinator.
He backed out of Indy, right?
Yes, the enemy though, like this guy has had the #1 offense for
God knows how
5 or 6 years. Has been under that Andy Reid tree and that's weird to me. I don't give a fuck if you interview like Radio, like that movie, right? That kid from the movie. You could interview like Radio and still get a fucking job if you have that resume.
Tony, it's his
that
demands.
Has.
It's gotta be.
We don't know. We don't know what his fucking.
None of us know. This is all. It's all speculation, and that's cool to do. But for me, what I would say is he would fit perfectly in Arizona. You got Kyler. You could do the same shit you do with Kyler that you do with Mahomes. The only difference is Mahomes actually has the height to see over the offensive line, and Kyler has to keep dipping in between people, looking to the side and to the left and going, oh, shit, where am I going to throw the ball? That's why you see Kyler in like 7-step drops 90% of the time because he's trying to get back far enough so he can see fucking people. But I think that you can still run that similar type of offense with him and use him the same way that you use Pat Mahomes. His mobility is his strength. See, Mahomes just found his mobility. This motherfucker just started running randomly. Like he before you didn't see him run. It wasn't his thing. Or he would run like fucking, Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. I'm gonna get this first down and get the fuck out of bounds. I don't belong out here running. I don't know what I'm doing. And then he started to feel himself and was like, yeah, I forgot I was half black. Maybe I should run a little bit. Like, I don't understand that shit. This motherfucker weird. I hate his wife, though. I'm not gonna lie. I hate his wife. She's annoying as fuck. Yeah, Mahomes' wife. I can't
tell you, dude. It's either his wife or his brother. One of the two.
Both of them are. Both of them.
I think together, they're like Voltron, man. They'll fuck you up.
Yeah, but hey, bro, I'm telling you right now. Like, if that's me, I'm sitting here looking like, man, I made a really bad decision. I already married this motherfucker. Shit, I just got $500 million. She gonna take half of that, and she gonna get chopped. Yeah, I gotta stick with this broad now. I'm fucked. Like, you don't have a choice. And then your brother's your brother. You can't get rid of him, but you can't shut him the fuck up. You can tell him stop TikToking and calm the fuck down.
That all did come to an end. Listen, I don't even know when the last time I ever saw any one of his goofy TikToks. To be honest with you, somebody put a stop to that, whether it was Mahomes or the organization, the optics of it all.
It's probably people
there was a distraction there, and they weren't having it. But at the end of the day, dude, Bieniemy's demands might be the only reason why he's a revolving door at some of these. You know, I keep seeing him as a candidate for an interview, but nothing ever sticks. You know what I mean? So it's either they're not impressed or he's just failing miserably at the interview.
He interviewed with the Colts today too.
What did you say? He interviewed with the Colts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I mean, look at the end of the day, somebody
Dion, he did like a 7 or 8 hour. It was like a 8-hour interview with Miami, dude. What were they doing?
Sorry.
What did they do? Did they pick his brain? They must.
Bro, it's an interview. It is an interview, bro. You don't need to talk to me for 8 motherfucking hours. This interview should last no more than fucking 30 minutes to an hour. You know what the fuck you want. You want your team to stop sucking ass, and you want me to turn them into winners. At the end of the day, all I need to do is be able to present a proper game plan to you on how I can fucking do that. That's literally it. I don't need to be in there with you for 8 hours. What are we doing? Fucking strippers and shit? What the hell? Eating chicken wings off somebody's ass? Like, this is stupid. I would have gotten bored and been like, bro, I don't know what the fuck else y'all want to ask me, but I got shit to do. Like, is this are we good?
He must be going in there and just pulling his dick out or something. Like that's how bad of an interview he's got to be doing. Like, listen, I got to pull my dick out. Like,
you said that motherfucker pulled the Singletary. I want winners. Pulls fans out, smack his ass. Oh shit! But honestly, man, I don't think any of us have the Bills losing. This is a win. It's very simple. This is a win for you guys, right?
I appreciate that, but PTSD. So
he's not going to give it. He's going to
look like this. Me and John are going to say it for you. The Bills are winning the fucking game. If the Bills lose this game, somebody had to get struck by fucking lightning. God forbid.
Which game do you guys, because I see the 49ers game not being close. I see the Bills game realistically not being close. I would now, which game on the slate do you guys think will be the most entertaining game?
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not lying to you when I say this, Jacksonville and the Chargers. I honestly think that's going to be a better matchup than people are anticipating. I think that those two teams are going to go at it. Now, it's hard for me because I've got a soft spot for both teams. So one of my best friends growing up, AC, he's a Charger fan. He's been a Charger fan as long as I've known him. When I met him, he had a Junior Seau jersey on. And he still has that fucking jersey. Even though I don't even think you can see both fives on that motherfucker, or possibly even read the name. But he still got that fucking jersey. And on the other end, the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deshaun Dixon, that's my young boy. I interviewed him before the draft because he was coming out of an HBCU, and he's such a good kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, this kid literally had everything lined up, even if he didn't make it to the NFL, even if he didn't make the squad. He already had a job lined up. He knew what he was doing. Like, that was the beauty of it, man. And I like the kid. He's a really good kid, you know, and it's fun to be in the playoffs. 49er Jeff, what's going on? But I will say this. I got to roll with the Bolts. But what do you think, Tony? Who's going to take that game?
Well, like you, the two games I have highlighted that I think are going to be just real fun to watch is the Vikings, because they're always up to something in prime time with Cousins, and then this Jacksonville game, man. I'm having a lot of fun watching the Jaguars this year. It seems like
Mhm.
someone on offense steps up on every game. In every game, someone on that team steps up, whether it's Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram. Someone is stepping up every week and making the big plays. I think it's going to be a shootout. Both have decent defenses, but I think it's going to be an old-fashioned shootout, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm probably going to roll with the Jags only because they're at home. But I think it's gonna be super fun to watch. Plus, you got your you won your Trevor Lawrence jersey on the Locker Room Rant.
I do, and I have that jersey. Believe you me, it ain't going nowhere. I
I
kept
forgot
that.
all about that.
Yeah,
Imagine
I
that
thought
jersey coming
I thought you were
free.
regifting it. I thought you had someone to gift that to.
I do. I just haven't gotten a chance to get it to them. I'm waiting for them to come here to Arizona because I could have mailed it, but they'll be out here very shortly. So
Who's gonna wear it first?
Yeah, you're waiting till
Celebrate.
Lawrence. You're waiting till Lawrence changes teams. Just ship that shit out.
Shit, look, man, Trevor, look. Hey, you know the crazy part about this is sunshine versus fucking sunshine.
Yeah,
When you think
you're right
about
about
it,
that.
right? They both kind of look like sunshine. I mean, Trevor Lawrence more so. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just from me to you, Justin Herbert. Never shave your head bald again. Don't do it, bro.
I
Because
didn't see him do that.
Herbert, yeah, he
I
did.
didn't know he did that
He
either.
did. Not recently, but he has in the past. And he's got a baby face, but I'm sorry, he looks like one of those guys gonna shoot up a fucking school. Like
As
bro,
a bald man,
like
that's a
bald,
sin.
he looks like
That's a
I'm telling
sin.
you, bro, he looks like he's gonna go fucking postal. But then when he
Yeah.
has longer hair, he looks like a normal person. I don't know. It's just me. It's just me, man.
I still think the Chargers are going to beat the Jags, man. It's going to be a good game, but I still think Herbert's. I love Herbert, man.
Yeah, he's
I
great
have
QB.
always thought I love that dude. He's so damn good.
Very odd though. Like it's weird how he lifts his leg up when he throws. Like he'll
It's a
throw
baseball thing, bro.
his motion.
It's a
Yeah,
baseball
the
thing.
motion. Yeah, it's definitely different. But me personally, so me and John got the Chargers, and you got the Jags, right?
Yeah, Jagoffs.
All right, and this is the game that we are going to have fun talking about. All right, so this is it's the old man versus the young man, Brady versus Prescott, and all I want, and I'm gonna say this quietly so my wife doesn't come out the room and knock the shit out of me. I just want the Cowboys to lose, truthfully, and you know why? Because I want Stephen A. to come on TV on Monday and laugh in Mike Orban's face. I love when those two go at it, and I love when the Cowboys lose because Stephen A. makes it a huge thing. What he did last year to those Cowboy fans was fucking epic. He put them on the screen one by one and just kept laughing. And the sad part was this motherfucker exposed a dude cheating on his woman. So the dude with his arm around the girl, bro, that yeah, you gotta know you going to, but bro, use your brain. You know this game is nationally televised, and you went and took another broad. The fuck are you doing? First of all, don't cheat. It's wrong in general. Period. It's not right. But second of all, at least if you go do it, be smart. Don't be a dumbass. Like fuck, bro. Like that was hard. But me personally, I just want to see Cowboys lose. So I'm going to take the Bucks. Tristan Wirfs is back. Jensen's back. So he's got help on that O-line. And I mean, fuck, it's Brady in the playoffs, man. It's really hard to go against him. But what do you think, Tony?
Every week on our show, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We keep saying, this is it. This is where the Buccaneers turn it around and they start this little winning streak. And Brady's got to figure it out. Mike Evans got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't got it figured out. It's like every fucking week we keep saying, this is the week they got it figured out.
They got it.
They got it. And then they don't. I thought 2 weeks ago they had it against the Panthers. And then they play the Falcons last week, and they get beat by the Falcons. And you're just like, who is this team right now? Are they fucking good or not? Because they look really bad. When you watch them, they look very bad at times. And if they're in any other division, would they even be in the playoffs? So you have to take that into consideration. The Cowboys, they look equally as bad against the fucking Reds, the Commanders. It's like this team. I don't know who the fuck. I don't know. They could both win the Super Bowl, or they could both. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck's gonna win this. If I had a coin flip, I'd probably go with Tom Brady just because it's Tom Brady at home in the playoffs. I'll go with Tom Brady just because of that. But I don't fucking know, Dion. I have no clue. I wouldn't bet this game ever.
Okay. John, talk to me, baby. What's going on, man? What we got? We either got the Cowboys. I know he can't choose the Cowboys. It's very hard for him to do so.
Well, Brady's 20-8, I think I read on Monday night. Okay. So the man has a great record, a phenomenal record on Monday night, right? In the playoffs, Tom is, I mean, do you really dare to bet against him? McCarthy's dog shit. Never bought in on this guy once ever. Super Bowl ring, I hear that argument all the time. You had Aaron Rodgers playing lights out. That dude carried you. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Dak's seeing ghosts out there. Someone's in his head, right? The media has this guy pegged for, I don't see Dallas beating Brady in the playoffs. I just don't. So I'm going Brady. I'm going Brady in the Bucks, man.
There it is.
I think that if the receivers can get their shit together and consistently catch the fucking football, that's Tom's been making the throws. These dudes just aren't catching the fucking football. Right? Mm-hmm. So
damn.
Yeah.
Izzy with the facts. Shout out to James Durnall. First time I've ever seen you in the channel. Really quick, man. Appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you very much. If you like it, man,
hit the like button. For her to say that. Do you know what it takes for Izzy to put that in writing, bro?
Yeah.
She has the mind of an elephant, the memory of an elephant. I say that all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This girl can remember things verbatim. I don't know how many times she goes back last year's episodes of the Locker Room Rant and tells me and Tony what the hell we said. It's incredible.
Bro. Yeah, she does. She truthfully does, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. So James says
that's a crazy fact.
Yeah, James says Tampa's terrible, bro. But at the end of the day, it depends on what type of Cowboys we get. Those are facts as well, because you never know. We could get the Cowboys' stellar defense with Diggs picking everything off, Michael Parsons living in the backfield, and they just go off on the offense, and Dak Prescott has a fantastic game. Or we get the opposite. Defense looks like ass. Dak keep throwing interceptions, and the Bucs just walk their way into the next round of the playoffs. We don't know. This game that I'm about to talk about, headlines exist, and it's the Bengals and the Ravens. And the headline only exists because of one person, Lamar Jackson. Tony, go ahead and tell us how you feel about this game, because you said he shoved his foot right in his mouth and his ass at the same time. That's what happened with not having an agent would do to you.
Yeah, I feel bad for Lamar Jackson. I feel bad that he's not represented. I feel bad that there's not someone watching over his shoulder, because we all need that. I'll tell you, I don't know how old he is, but however fucking old he is, if I was that age in his situation with that much money,
yeah,
you can't.
You got to have people there. You just to make a quick point, it makes very much sense for you to have people around you that keep you grounded and help you and guide you. If I didn't have the people around me that I have, I'd be making a lot of fucked up decisions. I don't need a bunch of yes men around me. I need somebody that's gonna be like, no, that's fucked up. Don't do that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or nah, man, that's a good play. Actually, this will help in achieving that goal. You need those people around you because when you have a bunch of yes men around you, you wind up doing really stupid shit. And those yes men are only there for the ride. Once the money's gone, so are they. But back to you.
Yeah.
I just I feel for the kid because he never got he bet on himself when he could have been the highest paid quarterback in the league last year.
He's 26.
Bet on himself. 26. Okay, let me tell you something. When I was 26, I probably had $40 in my pocket.
Exactly.
and making dog shit decisions in life. And I do have a good support system around me. So put 5, 6 zeros behind that, and the decisions I'd be making would be really fucked up. Dion, you'd be there. There'd probably be a lot of freaky things going on.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. At 26, I'd have fucked off a lot of money. I really would have. I would have screwed off a lot of money, and I'd have done some really ignorant shit. And my boys would have been right there with me. Believe me, I would have been out there living my best life. Like I'll tell you this. Me and my other best friend Chris, we literally planned when we graduated high school to literally go to Florida, to go to Daytona Beach, and just because we wanted to go down there and see what the women were like. Like we literally planned shit. But I fucked everything up because I had a kid. And he was really upset about that. He was like, bro, we can still go. I was like, I got responsibilities. I can't just be going down here. No, don't work like that, man. Life, unfortunately, is a little bit different. But let's see here. Really quick, he says his mom reps him apparently, but after that Watson deal with the Browns, even after the rep he gave himself, that the market, Jackson is worth the dollar. Yeah. I can tell you this. If Lamar Jackson is not the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, Greg Roman gets fired. Because you're not going to find another quarterback that can do what Lamar Jackson does in that type of a system. Lamar Jackson is one of one for a system like that. But I'll tell you this. If that young man hits the free agency market, somebody's going to drop. Fuck.
You can almost see Sean Payton. You could see Sean Payton and Lamar just merge together, and they pair up and go anywhere.
And Lamar would be even more dangerous with that pairing because Sean knows how to coach up quarterbacks.
Sure.
So
if you were a GM, if you were a GM, Dion, and you were starting a franchise, or say you just took over the Indianapolis Colts, with the track record you've seen from Lamar over the last few seasons, do you put your job on the line by going after that kid?
Nope.
And putting the bank, the house, you're putting the house on that kid.
Nope.
You're not going after him. I'm not going after him. John isn't going after him. And we're just three schmoes on podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those GMs out there, they got to be shaking in their fucking boots that this guy doesn't hit the market. Because if he becomes a free agent, there's gonna be a lot of scared fucking people out there to pay him what he deserves. Because the guy's awesome. He's the best show he might be the best show in all of football.
He's Michael Vick.
GMs.
He's literally Michael Vick on track.
I think GMs shit. That's crazy. I think GMs shit their pants the moment the Browns paid Watson all that money. I think the moment that deal was done, they looked over their shoulder, were like, motherfucker, the Browns, if they're not fucking it up for themselves, they're fucking it up for everybody else.
Same thing happened when Mahomes got his deal. Get that man $500 million.
That's crazy though, but how much of that was guaranteed? the Browns guaranteed $220 or $230 million every dollar guaranteed. That's where GMs are just like, owners are just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? It's crazy. And then you watch Watson.
Izzy asked, Tony, would you fear the Jets if Lamar became a Jet? Would you fear the Jets would you fear New York if Lamar became a Jet? Izzy, I would fear the Jets if Lamar was on the Jets, and I would fear them for about 7 to 8 weeks until he got fucking hurt, and then we would never have to worry about him again.
Yeah, you're spitting up the fact. So I pulled up Mahomes' actual contract. So the man got a $10 million signing bonus. He has an average salary of $45 million fucking dollars. And it was a 10-year, $450 million contract. That's insanity. Like, the thing about it is Mahomes deserved that. Why? Because he brought him a Super Bowl. And he's been to what, 2 Super Bowls out of his 3 seasons? So the guy's delivering. He keeps you consistently, or is he 4 seasons in?
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4, right? Yeah, because his first season he didn't play at all because Alex Smith was the QB. Yes, you are correct. So
how the fuck did nobody propose him even a $200 million fully guaranteed contract? How did his agent not propose that at the time?
I think it's because what happened. The reason, if I'm not mistaken, there were reports that Mahomes pulled a Brady. He didn't want to steal all the cap space and handicap the team. Plus, knowing that salary cap is about to skyrocket because that TV money is coming in. I believe it's coming in this year.
It is.
He's not stressing. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid $45 million. I don't give a fuck. I don't need any more guarantee. I'm good. And plus, Mahomes is a generally healthy quarterback. You ever see him on the injury list? Do you ever see him missing games? Nope. So he's good. But I can tell you right now, man, this game, the Bengals are going to beat the shit out of the Ravens. I don't see the Ravens having a hope without Lamar at quarterback. The defense has stepped up a little bit and they look good, but it's not good enough. You have to remember who you are facing.
Huntley's shoulder is all fucked up. It's still, they said he's got inflammation in the shoulder. So he was throwing. I heard a report today that he was overthrowing his receivers. He just doesn't look like he's got it. Not that that's, that's not the whole story, but still, you know what I mean? They're going to be between Huntley and their third string quarterback going into the postseason.
So Izzy helped us out. Appreciate you, Izzy. Izzy got that research, boy. $230 million guaranteed. That's what pissed off Lamar because they barely offered 180. Yeah, you can't. The issue is, here's the problem with Lamar. Lamar doesn't work in any other system but Greg Roman's. And if you're going to turn him into a full-time quarterback and take away all of the running you do with him because you want him to pass more, you're going to go through the ups and downs. There's going to be games where you're like, what the fuck? And games where you're like, oh shit, in a good way. It's just the situation you're gonna have to deal with.
But you know what, dude? For if you're gonna request above $200 million fully guaranteed, my man, you better be able to throw in the pocket, stay healthy. You better be a well-rounded quarterback because I'm telling you, it's Greg Roman is the only guy that could scheme up Lamar the way. Dude, how Lamar is a fully mobile threat.
Yes.
And in the AFC has still struggled until he got injured. They still struggled knowing that he's going to take off on you. They still struggled to contain his ass. Okay. And whenever the Niners get shit for not being able to contain mobile quarterbacks, how many fucking teams in the league can contain a mobile quarterback? If you're a mobile fucking quarterback and you're even a good defense, how many teams can honestly contain a mobile threat? How many? How many good defenses can do it? It's not just San Francisco or teams throughout the AFC. Generally, if you're a mobile threat you're a fucking threat to 31 teams. Fuck it.
Yeah. So James says, I'm calling it. Jim Harbaugh joins the league, takes Lamar for a baby brother, and runs him like Kaepernick. I mean, look, man, Cap couldn't read the defense to save his life. Love the guy, love what he did for us, but he just couldn't. He couldn't read the defense to save his life. But I'll tell you this, that long leg motherfucker got to striding and galloping down the field. You didn't want to be in front of him, and you definitely didn't want to be behind him because you weren't catching him. He was just that fucking fast.
It didn't last, though. The league adapted. The league adapted because we took the league by surprise with him. The way we ran him, the play actions, the bootlegs, everything we did with Cap, and his physical attributes were ridiculous. The guy couldn't read a defense to save his soul, but he could throw a missile, and he was a gazelle runner.
Yeah, he was that crazy. But the next game, and this game is going to be fun because I just want to watch Kirk Cousins lose. It's going to be the Giants and the Vikings. And this game is a little bit different because you'll have some of the Giants are going to come in well rested. They didn't really play many of their starters. They took out key guys and still gave, I forgot who they played. They still gave somebody a little bit of a run for their money. But what I will say is I've said this before, I'll say it again. Kirk Cousins ain't winning no fucking Super Bowl, people. He's not taking anyone anywhere. And people, you can blame any and everything in the Vikings organization. At the end of the day, the guy makes sure his stats look good so his pockets stay fat. I do not knock anyone's hustle. However you get your money. But what I am telling you is this dude is just getting paid consistently. The man brokered a deal for $84 million fully guaranteed. How the fuck do you pull that off? Like, if I was playing football, I'd call his agent and tell him to be mine. Honestly, if I was playing football, I'd want Sam Bradford's agent because that's the only motherfucker I know to rob the NFL on a consistent basis and no one ever complained. But it's just, this right here, that is what I'm talking about. You're only getting so far with the guy. You're never going to win a ring with this dude. It's just not going to happen. And though Daniel Jones is playing for a new contract, he's looked all right. He showed him enough to broker a deal. I ain't saying Daniel Jones is going to get up into the 30s. He'll probably be in the high 20s, though, per year. I wouldn't doubt that they would break him off and give him that. But I just want the Giants to win so I can laugh at Kirk Cousins, But what do you think, Tony? What do you think about this game here, man? You think that Kirk is hanging out with the jerseys and iced out chains and shit?
So this is a Michigan State.
Okay, automatic. We know where he's going.
I've been watching Kirk Cousins since his days at Michigan State, and even then, he would get you there, but not get you over the fucking hump. This started back at this school. He would get you there, but not get you over the hump. You get to the Big Ten championship, lose to Russell Wilson because he doesn't have that it factor. Now, there's 14 teams. There's 14 teams that make the playoffs every year. Now, I believe that Kirk Cousins is pretty much the 14th best quarterback in the league every fucking year. He doesn't get hurt. He doesn't knock your socks off with anything. He's the 14th best quarterback in the league, and he's just going to make the playoffs. And that's about all you can expect from the guy. Like someone said, who said it? James up there. You're only getting so far. That is so right. You're not winning the Super Bowl with this dude. You're only getting so far, and it doesn't make – and it's not his intangibles. It's not his way of playing. It's not his arm strength. It's not his mobility. It's just mental state of mind, and he's just not a winner. He will get you somewhere, but he won't get you to where you want to go. So I'm actually taking the Giants in this one, and it's my only real upset of that I see. Everything else I kind of see falling into chalk. But when it comes to this matchup, I just think the Giants are a well-coached team this year. And I'm not just saying that because my boys My boy's coaching them now. I think Daniel Jones is playing at an exceptional level for what his talent is. I'm a huge Justin Jefferson fan, and I would love to see him go on in the playoffs. But I don't know. I see the Giants taking this one, so I'm picking the Giants.
That's cool, man. And the craziest shit is that Justin Jefferson literally was a repeat of Stephon Diggs. And he almost looks a little bit better than him at times.
Well, he's better. He's better.
When Diggs left, everybody was like, oh, shit, they just going to rely on Adam fucking Thielen? And Justin Jefferson came and was like, no, don't worry about it, man. I got this. Like, it's a sight to behold, man, and I like it. Tanya, what's going on, man? Hey, prayers up for you and your family. I heard Breezy earlier on his show. I do not know what loss you had, but peace and blessings to you and your family during this trying time. We are here for you. You are 49er family. We love you. We're always here for you. And if you ever need anything, let us know. Whatever's going on, we're there for you. We are always there for you. But honestly, man, I'm gonna kick it over to JV. Who you got in this game? Because I just want to watch Kirk Cousins fail. Because he's gonna do it eventually.
Kirk Cousins and JJ did Tony dirty. What was that, week 7 or 8, Tony?
Why you gotta fuck with me over this? This is my birthday weekend.
I'm just telling you, dude. This is Offensive Player of the Year.
I got JJ as Offensive Player of the Year. Really quick, this is how you know that's your boy, because he gives you a swift kick to the fucking balls at the wrong time.
This is how I see it. Listen, this is how I see it. I'm sorry, but I see Justin Jefferson doing some acrobatic bullshit, destroying the Giants, dude. And I don't even think it's going to be close. Like, I'm not sold on the Giants. I know that they can get hot. I love Dayball. I do. But right now, Kirk Cousins is a scary statue. And all he's got to do is get the ball out of his hands. They got playmakers on that team, man. They still got Hawkinson, because those fuck faces over there in Detroit didn't think twice about trading him away in the division. So they gave them yet another weapon. And you know what? That's ultimately the team I see that's going to get hot in the NFC in the playoffs. I said it during the season, and I'm sticking to it. All Cousins got to do is put it up there, and JJ's going to beat just about anybody in the secondary. So just pick your poison, because he's just going to light it up.
I'll tell you this. I know this is going to hurt Izzy's ears, but there's a young man by the name of Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't know. He looks pretty good. He looks like he might make some plays. So Kirk Cousins ain't going to have the kind of time in that pocket. Thibodeau's been balling this year. He looks really, really good. I like the kid. Unbelievable. I like the kid. I love his talent. And I think that he's going to be on Kirk Cousins like stink on shit. By the way, man, it's funny you mentioned Dayball, man. See, Tony looks like a younger, better Dayball, like a more healther Dayball. Dayball looks funny. He looks like a big butterball motherfucking. Tony's like, man, I'm the slim, sexy version.
I don't know about that. I was thinking earlier when we were talking about Mike McDaniels. I always thought John kind of resembled Kyle Shanahan, and then when John got the glasses, I was like, man, if McGlinchey fuck Shanahan. Put the glasses back on, dude. Put the glasses back on.
Oh shit!
I don't want to be McDaniels' goofy motherfucker. I don't want to be that dude.
If McDaniels, yeah, that's what I meant. Not McGlinchey. If McDaniels fuck Shanahan, that would be John.
All right, here we go. We wearing glasses. All right, I got glasses too.
Yeah, I got.
Now we all got glasses.
This motherfucker looks like Ghost from Power. Anybody ever see Power? That's your boy right there. That's right. Ghost right there.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've gotten Omari Hardwick, a couple times.
That's it. Omari Hardwick.
I will gladly take that. No quarrels or qualms my way. You want to call me Omari Hardwick?
Yeah, you take Omari and I get Mike McDaniel.
Well, shit, man, you gotta make better choices.
Fuck you. Fuck both of you. I get groove from Despicable Me. That's what the fuck I get. You assholes.
Oh shit. Well, where the fuck are the minions at, man? You should be having the
Exactly.
minions go out there and fuck with the who the fuck are you guys playing again? God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
Dolphins.
Yeah, you should have the minions over there fucking the Dolphins up so they can't even show up and play the game.
They're on their way.
You should have them whittled down to 11 fucking people, and then they can't field
Right now, the minions are holding his router up because he's getting good service. The minions are holding his router up to the ceiling,
right,
to get him the best possible Wi-Fi connection.
They're holding the router up going. What? Banana! Oh shit! Oh man! But that is all of the games. So, I think this was a fantastic show, man. It was fun having y'all here with me. And we're gonna keep this going, man. We can keep kicking it off. Every Thursday night if you want, while the playoffs are here, so we can talk about these games and see what the fuck is going on. Hopefully, we can meet in the playoffs. And that would only be the only way that would happen is in the Super Bowl. And I can tell you right now, I know that's going to stress you the fuck out because you unfortunately have that stench on your team from the early 90s. But I honestly think
where is the Super Bowl this year?
In Arizona.
It's in Arizona. We're going to meet up with D. If we go.
I'll tell you this. And this is what I was thinking. So I had one of my boys hit me up on Instagram a couple days ago. Shout out to Mellow Trucker. That's who it was. That's my dog. He was telling me how like the NFL is rigged and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, put it like this. The last 2 years, the home team has won. So this year, obviously, the Cardinals didn't make it. But who's from Arizona? Brock Purdy. Where's the Super Bowl? In Arizona. If this kid pulls that W off, I forgot who said it, but there's a lot of people who have, that Disney movie is already written. You think Kurt Warner's story was dope? It's going to have nothing on fucking Brock Purdy. Like,
Listen to this, D. This is Tanya shared this. Liability is a factor too. The 49ers are the one team we do not want to win the Super Bowl. Caesar's assistant director of trading, Adam Poulin.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Caesar's is real big. That's all right. Fuck Caesar. We got BetMGM anyway.
Listen, the truth of the matter is this. If you're Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers offense, you hit them early and you hit them hard. Mm-hmm. You put points up and you make it unachievable. You win. You just keep putting up points.
Yeah, we're gonna cast Jimmy G. Bradley Cooper. We'll cast Bradley Cooper as
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, what's going on? Bashar. I saw he was doing. Bashar had Fazil on his, man. Fazil was over there spitting facts too. I gotta get him on here, man.
Fazil's a cool ass dude, man. He's cool, a good dude, fun, man.
Bro.
He's been good to me ever since I met him, dude. He's a great person, man. You cannot go wrong, man.
I don't know. Ryan Gosling doesn't give me Jimmy G vibes. Nah.
Who's that dude that plays Superman? That's the guy that needs to play Jimmy G.
Oh, fuck.
The hell's his name?
Damn it. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember that. Seahawks Eddie. Dang, what's going on, man? See, I like Seahawks Eddie and I like Syjan. Both of them are Hawks fans, but they show up week in and week out. They're awesome people, and even when they win or lose, they come for the smoke. And I can appreciate that. You know why?
Yep.
And I will continue to say this. You punk-ass Rams fan have disappeared from fucking existence. You bitches talked all that shit. Oh,
they did.
Champs are here. Where you motherfuckers at now? You had the worst record of any Super Bowl winner ever. After winning the Super Bowl.
They sold out, bro.
Faded into darkness. And you motherfuckers came in my chat talking all that shit. And at the end of the day, you have nothing. And your head coach, because he had a losing season, is about to tuck his tail and run out of town. Shit, I feel like the stream is fucked up. Did he fuck up? Yeah, the stream fucked up.
You're all right. You're on now. Good? You're on track now.
Oh, I'm good?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they do that. And I hate that they disappear like that. If I talk shit and my team gets their ass handed to them, I'm there for you to go ahead and, rake me over the coals, so to speak. But don't run your mouth and then run off. Deal with the shit. Stop being a little bitch. Bring your ass in this chat or bring your ass on this show and get this smoke. Because you ran your mouth about being the fucking champs with your little punk ass parade that nobody attended. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all them streets blocked off and it was empty. The fuck is that? I can tell you this. The streets of New York would be lined with fans if the Buffalo Bills won the Super Bowl. It'd be from Buffalo all the way through to fucking New York. It's Bills Mafia. Y'all don't even own y'all own home. That's how bad it is. And if you don't believe me, that's why we call it Levi South. It's that simple. We paint that motherfucker red every time we go there. So it kind of is what it is, man. And that drives me absolutely insane when they fucking tuck their tail and then be like, I'm Terry, I don't want to be here. I'm so scared that you guys are going to talk shit. Well, don't run your fucking mouth. Champs in here, you ain't no fucking champs. You bitches. You look like them hoes out there, man.
I'll tell you what, Dion, I want to just say you are doing, I don't know what you got to give us some fucking pointers on how you're growing this channel. I saw you're almost at 500 viewers already. I feel like when I subscribed, you were back at like 2 something. Now you've doubled. I don't know what you're doing, but you got to share some tips with your boys. Obviously, the channel's awesome. Everyone enjoys it. If you haven't yet, hit like and subscribe down below if you're not subscribed. Dion just spits fire, spits the truth, and we love having you on the Locker Room Rant. So we definitely appreciate when you let us join your platform and come on with you, man. This is a great time, and it's always a pleasure talking with you.
And I appreciate y'all for jumping on with me, man. And we're gonna cut this off because I know it's late over there, and y'all got to get some rest. But this is literally the only thing that I have to tell you as far as the fact of how things are. Never change and be yourself, man. That's the best advice I can give you. I literally have more people comment and tell me they watch my channel because I don't waver. I stick to who the fuck I am. I'm not switching up. I will never be your docile fan. I'm not just going to go, well, the franchise thinks it's great, so I do too. Like, there are content creators out there, and I ain't going to say no names, but there are content creators out there that do shit like that.
Yeah.
And I don't subscribe to that, man. If I don't like what Shanahan does, I'm going to say it. And at the same time, no one, I repeat, no one is above reproach. Even the fucking water boy ain't above reproach. If you fuck up, and he's like, he opens his mouth, but you shoot it up his nose, what the fuck are you thinking? Don't be a dumbass. Learn how to aim that motherfucker, man. God damn, it's literally cock and aim. Shit. You're a guy, you got a dick, you got to aim, just piss in the toilet, you should be able to aim this motherfucker there. Like, that's literally it, man. It's I stick to my guns, and I never waver on any of my points. I will always be understanding of someone else's points, and I will do my best to be able to look at things from a well-rounded view. But if it's something I'm stuck on and I'm passionate about, I'm not switching shit up, bro. Like, I'm not switching shit up. It's a crazy situation, man. Like, this team, like John, gives me so much fucking stress and anxiety throughout the year while they're playing that I literally have to like take a mental break sometimes, which is why I'm not doing shows every day. Some people, the people who do shows every day, I commend you because you are amazing people. Shout out to Breezy and Haberman and Middlecoff and Chapman and all those guys. Y'all doing shows like every other day, man. Y'all better than me. I can't do that shit. That is a little too much mentally. I just, and putting together a show is a lot. Yeah. Now there are times where I come in here, man, fresh off the dome, right off of some shit, and that's it. But there are times where I've got to literally break shit down. I'm giving you a play-by-play. It's a lot, man, but I'm just not that guy. I don't, and I will never be that docile fan. I have to keep it real, and everyone gets held accountable, man. Like, and when you do that for the Bills, people gonna respect it. Because I can tell you right now, you yourself, Tony, can find the best Bills content creator and link up with them. And the minute you link up with that person and the Locker Room Rant gets mentioned, there's at least 10 people that are going to subscribe to your channel. I don't mind hanging out with other people. I don't mind having you guys on. And the number one reason that people like to come and hang out with me on this channel is because you can say whatever the hell you please. I'm not monetized, and I don't have to not curse or do this or say that, you know, and I love the people in the chat, man. Tommy helps to come in and talk shit to me all the fucking time. And I truthfully don't care because that's who Tommy is. And I expect it. If he doesn't say some crazy shit, I'm almost concerned. You know what I'm saying? But just be yourself, man. Stick to your guns, and the people will come, bro. They guarantee.
I think that's the problem. Is your recipe for success is be yourself, but when you're yourself, it works because you're a good dude, and people see that you're a good dude, and people like you. When we are ourselves, it has a different trend because people fucking hate us.
I'll tell you this. The reason, but the good thing is, it's okay to be hated. It really is. You know why? Because haters grow your exposure. I'll never forget this, man. And the reason I'll never forget this is because I had to use this with my oldest daughter. Cat Williams said one thing that I'll never forget: love and appreciate your haters for taking time out of their day to hate on you. You are so focused on what I'm doing and being negative towards me that you haven't even focused on getting your shit together. So continue to be upset. Continue to mention me to other people. Hey, man, you see this fucking dude on the Locker Room Rant? What the fuck? Next thing you know, somebody watches and they're like, oh, well, you're the asshole, actually, because that dude on the Locker Room Rant was cool as fuck. That's literally how it's happened, man. And I have to say this really quick. I was blessed and fortunate to be in the gym the other day, and I've never met any of my subscribers. Like, never. But this dude kept looking at me as I was working out. And when you're in the gym, sometimes people watch you because they want to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, okay, well, I see this workout. I want to do this. And that's what I figured. I'm like, okay, I mean, I ain't doing nothing special, fucking spectacular. I'm just doing a fucking bench press. And next thing you know, there it is. Mom said it best, man. Haters make you greater. He walks up and he goes, man, you look really familiar. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get that all the time. I have a familiar face. And he's like, nah, bro, what? And he looked at my hat, and I had this exact same hat on. He goes, oh, shit. Is your name Dion? I'm like, yeah. He's like, bro, I watch your fucking show. I was like, oh, snap. Oh, okay, cool, man. Appreciate that, bro. He's like, no, that's fucking crazy. Like, I didn't even know you lived in AZ. I'm like, bro, I mentioned that on the channel all the fucking time.
That's pretty wild, though. That's a small world.
Wild. It's wild, and it's nice, man, because somebody like recognizes you for what you do. And he told me himself, he was like, bro, man, I appreciate what you do, and thank you for keeping it a buck with all of us as Niner fans, because if we don't have content creators like that, then we're going to just have to deal with the saturated bullshit, you know, that comes out of other people's mouths. And I'm not calling anybody out specifically. However you do your channel is how you do your shit. Now, I'm not knocking your hustle. Get your money. Do whatever you want to do. It's all good. I'm going to stick to my guns, be who the fuck I am. And that's all that everyone else has to do. And even if people don't like what you do, there are people that actually out there do. I admit, my most watched video, Tony, I swear to God, is don't draft Nick Bosa. I've got over 1,000 views on that, bro. And I had people comment on that motherfucker for years. And people would be like, "Oh, you look stupid. Oh, this didn't age well." People had all kinds of shit, and I would tell people, "I'm willing to have a healthy discourse with you, but if you just want to talk shit back and forth, we can do that too." I'm an '80s baby. I have thick skin. You could call me ugly all you want. I know I'm a pretty motherfucker. I don't give a shit how you feel. Like that's how you move. I swear to you, that is literally how you move, bro. Like it's hard being able to do this, week in and week out and trying to grow the channel and see the growth and taking the time with it. And I've had this channel for a couple of years, bro. Some people started well after me and have way more followers than me. I'm not complaining. Congrats to those dudes. Congrats to your Rohans. Congrats to your Breezes. This motherfucker started a channel, got his shit snatched, and then recreated, and he's already almost up to 2K.
That was wild.
That's insanity. But that's dope because you know what that does? It speaks to Breezy's character.
Yeah.
And it speaks to Rohan's character. And it says that there are people out there that trust these dudes, like them, and like what they give. And I like them. I watch their shit. I may not get a chance to watch all of their stuff because Breezy put out too much motherfucking content. Sometimes I got to put my phone down and walk away and just let him talk because Breezy has so many fucking videos. It's insane.
He's cooking and shit. He's putting together coffee tables. How to put together a coffee table with Breezy. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. But you know what? Like you said, man,
everything. But I love it, and it's because he knows that he can go into those lanes, bring people with him because of his personality. And you have a great personality, and so does John. And Nick is the perfect sideshow to your show.
The villain.
The way you guys kick him out, bring him in, and you play the Benny Hill shit. Like, bro, that's classic. I love that. Like, I literally watch purposely because that'll work. And when you guys do shows, they're long. So literally, you guys get me through my workday. I swear to you. I can put your show on and just let it run the whole way and be catching shit. Sometimes I'll be working. Maybe I'll get a phone call, and that's the only time I'm distracted. But then right back after that, I'm in it. Hell, even my wife has heard some shit, and she's like, "Who the fuck?" I'm sorry. She thinks Nick is an idiot. She just does. She's like, "He's a Browns fan, babe," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh Lord, what happened?
Oh Lord,
what happened?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." I was like, you actually John and Tony, and they'll tell you he's probably been dropped on his head a few times, but that's their boy. They can say shit like that. But always stick to your guns, man. Never change, never waver, and things will come to you. You know what I'm saying? Some things take a little bit more time than others, and you just got to be patient enough to wait. I do this literally for the passion of it. If my shit blew up to a point where I could turn this into a full-time job, believe me, I would do it. But I have kids, I have a wife, I have a home, I don't have the time to depend on what would come from this. So I have to keep a regular, steady job. And shit, man, I'll make good money, goddammit. Shit. I got a good job.
You ever get
doing your boy right? I ain't mad.
You ever get pissed off? Like there's some people that I meet on these shows, and I'm just like, man, I wish the show, like, we could be like, all right, we'll see you next time, Night of Gang podcast, and then we cut the cameras off. We're like, hey, let's go grab a beer down at the bar down the street. Don't you just wish you had we were like closer?
If I was in Ohio, you motherfuckers would hate me. You never get rid of me. We'd all be hanging out all the fucking time, man. And that's how I am. Like, I literally told my wife, I was like, if we make it to the Super Bowl, you probably are not going to see me very much for like a whole week. And she's like, why? And I'm like, everybody and their mother's going to be out here. Like, I'm going to be gone. I had to take people around. I got to go to bars. We got to go to this. We got to do that. There's going to be a lot of shit. And she was like, well, I mean, that is kind of true. Man, shit, don't bother me. I will. If the Super Bowl is here, you guys come and y'all hang out, man. Shit, fuck. It's automatic, man. And it's just that simple, man. Just stick to your guns, stick to who you are. Don't ever change, and people will respect you for it. There's a lot of people that tell me that, and I can appreciate You know, everybody, you know, giving me props in that way. And I've heard that in the chat. And, you know, I mean, hell, people have told me that, you know, directly, like, hey, bro, it's good that you know, don't waver, because that's where people start not liking you, because they look at you and they go, oh, man, you easily swayed. Yeah, man, we ain't listening to this bullshit. Let's move on to something else.
That's right.
You can literally watch your viewers go from 20 to 2.
Yeah.
And I remember when there was nobody but Matt watching me. I ain't seen Matt in a fucking minute. I seen him in the chat, but I ain't seen him on my channel. But it's all good. So we're gonna end it, man. Let these young men get some sleep out there, man. They on the East Coast. It is late as a motherfucker. But thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. David Villa, Seahawks Eddie, my mom, Melissa, Val, Tommy, Cowboy Angel, Bashar, Eddie, Rocky Mountain Razorback. That's my guy. Any and everybody who came in and hung out with us, I really appreciate you stopping by the channel. Continue to be there and hang out with us, man. We're gonna keep the heat coming for you. And me, Tony, and John will be back next week, man. We're gonna figure this out, because we're going to be here next week because we're winning our games. I'm calling it for Tony, even if he doesn't want to. The Bills are gonna beat the shit out of the damn Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? And you have to think about it from an animal standpoint. A buffalo will kill a dolphin.
Not in the water. Not in the water, though.
Not in the water. Dolphin whoop your ass in the water. Thing is, a dolphin is a mammal. So if you get beached, oh, your ass is grass. You got to think about it. And what is this? They got to go to your house. So technically speaking, that dolphin got to come out the water and figure out how to breathe long enough to get himself fucked up.
You are
Flipper about to get flipped. And then see, for us, if you look at it, we're 49ers. What were the 49ers? They were gold miners in California. And what did we have? Muskets. What can our muskets do? Shoot down them stupid-ass Seahawks. It's simple. We're going to take our gun, aim it at those bastards, shoot them down, make some fucking chicken out of their asses, and call it a day. But thanks, man. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Any final words for you guys? Let everybody know where they can find you, man.
John, go ahead, buddy.
Listen, family, Dion, on behalf of Tony and I in the Locker Room Rant, my man, and Nick, the villain, we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, man. The chat, you guys are awesome. Some of you guys are from, I see you guys, the Locker Room Rant. We appreciate your continued support. Izzy, always, Cowboy, see you, fam. Brandon, all the fam. Miss Rochelle, your son is a rock star, man. I feel like I've known this man my whole life. He's a good dude. Can't wait to meet him someday. Yeah. Crack a beer. Listen, you can find Tony, I, and our friend Nick at the Locker Room Rant on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Do the math wherever you're located. I don't know what your time zone is. But we chop it up. We chop up the entire league. We talk some sports. We talk some football, baseball. We'll talk anything you want to talk. 49er fan, a Buffalo Bills fan, and a Browns fan. We cover our respective teams. We give you our opinions, and we fight with one another. We break every rule on YouTube, and we still are here to brag about it.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Anything that you want to say, Tony, go ahead, my man. Oh, like
damn, that was guys. A plug. That was a plug, bro. That was a plug right there. We're good.
He laid it out, didn't he?
He laid it out.
Boy, if I had a soundboard that had claps, I would have put it on.
Yeah, we're good. We're good, Dion. Thank you, buddy, for having us, man. Anytime you want us on, you let us know. It's a pleasure to hop on with you, buddy.
Always, always. For everybody out there, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We out.